Hi, this is Di, the bass playing mom, and today we're going to talk about my Fender Musicmaster Bass. Talked a little bit about this bass before in a previous video, and I will link it in the description, also put it in the eye in the sky, but I haven't done a demo of this bass. That's why I played it a little for you at the beginning so I could actually demo it. This is my first bass I owned. I got it in 81 or 82, and I thought it was from that year, but it turns out it had been on the shelf in the music store a while. And one of my viewers let me know this bass is actually probably a 1978 or a 1979. And I looked at the serial numbers and they're right. So that's probably the year the bass came out, or that is probably the year that this bass was manufactured, and it must have sat in that music store before I bought it. So I had started playing the electric bass in the 8th grade. Do some math, you can figure it out. So this is the bass that my mom and I picked out at the music store where I had my flute lessons. The history of the Musicmaster Bass is kind of interesting. It was in production in the 70s. They did not continue making these basses. The idea of this was to have an entry-level bass, so they used leftover parts that they had. The body is the Fender Mustang Bass body, and this pickup is actually a guitar pickup. I guess bass pickups are usually 4-pull, and this is a 6-pull guitar pickup. They did some cheaper elements, like this horrible, terribly awful, really bad bridge. This bridge is the worst. And so that bridge was the original bridge. Everything's original on this bass except for that I had to do some soldering. Well, and new strings, right? And I also put strap locks on it. As you can see, this bass is fallen, and that's because it did not have strap locks, and I used that Fender strap, and it just dropped it right during a band rehearsal. I also always keep a arm on my bass now so that I don't have to worry about that. Don't ever go hands-free. This is a replacement pick guard. The pick guard broke in the fall, and I replaced it with this one. You can see that the holes don't all exactly line up, and you can see that I've got some tarnish on it. What else can I tell you about it? It's got the rosewood fretboard, and these were manufactured in the United States at that time. The similar bass to this would be getting a Squire today. So Fender doesn't make this model anymore because of the Squire line. And so that's a line of basses that are made in China, Japan, Korea, all over the world, and they make entry-level instruments. This was the entry-level bass that you could get from Fender. It is a short scale bass, which is 30 inches. On the fretboard, and so this is the bass that you want as entry level. It is, however, not an entry level bass anymore. There aren't that many of them left now, and now the value's gone up. One of my subscribers was like, oh, it's like $1,200. I said no, and now that I've looked it up more recently, it is in those higher numbers. So this Musicmaster Bass is a lot of people's backup bass. This bass actually was the backup bass for a rock band for a while. Tina Weymouth from the Talking Heads also played this bass. Women, we like the shorter scale. It's awesome because it's a little easier reach for me. Yeah, it's a great backup bass. I wouldn't use it as your main bass. Two of the main problems with this bass is it's not lined, so there's hum, and that this bridge is terrible. I never could get the E to tune properly, and I blame the bridge because you have to do these together, which is a problem. Thank you so much for watching. Over here are more bass gear videos, and down here is a video that YouTube picked just for you.